court, and the matter is adjudicated upon.
One of the big things that the EFCC has been doing is apprehending Nigerians who go to parties, mutilating our currency, spraying our currency. Some were even in the habit of throwing our currency, bundles of our currency like they are throwing a stone. Lately, people have been complaining that, oh, the EFCC is partial in the way it implements the law. That there were some people that you should have done your best to send them to jail, the way Bobrisky was sent to jail, but you didn't do that. Secondly, some people are pushing for the repeal of that CBN Act. You are a lawyer. How do you think that law is necessary given our culture of spraying money to show appreciation at parties? Would you support the repeal? Then how about having your reaction to claims that you are not, you are partial in your approach?
Like Nigerians who agree with me, EFCC, part of the provisions of our law is that we coordinate the enforcement of all financial crimes laws in Nigeria, of all. That's what some people, that's what they've not brought into the equation. Now, the CBN Act prohibits the mutilation of the currency. So let's use the word mutilation. That is how the law
our own currency.
It of our own currency. As a matter of fact, no, if you look at the Foreign Exchange Malpractices Act 2, prohibited any currency.
From being,
any currency.
From being mutilated.
From being mutilated.
From being sprayed.
From being sprayed. Spraying is part of mutilation. It's there, specifically written. It's there.
Because some people thought that they had found an escape route by then going to parties to spray the dollar.
Foreign Malpractices Act. We showed them there. And they agree. They have been coming here. And they won't go out to say no. You agree with me? A lot of them have been going out to support us, to even release music and all of that, in support of what we do. Now, the law prescribes sanctions for the mutilation of currency. Currency can be mutilated by spraying, that's the provisions of the law, by stamping on it, by throwing it, by defacing it. In fact, when you rough-handled the currency, you have committed a crime. So that is what we as law enforcement, we enforce. Nigeria, they made the law. National Assembly made the law. It's for us to enforce. Not until the day that says it is no longer a law, then we will stop. Now, that is one aspect, sir. Secondly, between me and you, sir, how does it add value to our economy? It's economic sabotage. How does it add value to our lives? And apart from the collateral effects, which I will see address, people will go to parties, and they will, just like you said, they will carry money and throw it. So me and you will work and we earn salary. Even if you don't earn salary, if you do business, you make profit in your business. After so much hard work and labor, you think somebody who makes legitimate money, just looking at it from the commonsensical approach, will carry money and throw it. For me, if you say it's a traditional thing, it's a cultural thing, our culture must also evolve. It must evolve. Any culture or tradition that will not promote the social interests of the people, the economic interests of the people, and the sanity in our system, I think we should do away with it. Because nobody will earn legitimate money, and our system will be corrected. I'll be throwing it, sir, or stamping on it. It's even ridiculous. We need the support of the international community to grow our economy. We need loan, rightly so, to develop infrastructure. The people we are approaching to get loan from them, they are seeing the way we live our lives. When people will carry bundles of dollars and throw it around, and they'll be asking themselves questions, are these people really serious about growing their economy? Now, that's one. There's another aspect to it, sir, the social aspect of it. There are people you see on the streets who are hungry. Yes. that just 1,000 naira will help them, will save them for a day. And they will see people spraying money like that. What do you think will go into their head? The younger ones are looking at them. And so they will no longer believe in hard work, in dignity that is in labor. Because there is no one that can work for money. Sir, I earn salary. I can't take my salary and be throwing it. And so that is another aspect of it. So whichever way you look at it, I don't know what value that is going to add to our lives or to our economy. Apart from the fact that it's a law that we need to enforce. So that's to defend that. So it's not for us to say, abrogate that law or repeal it. It is for me to say, this is a law. Go ahead and enforce it. And I enforce it. Without partiality. There is no partiality, sir. We have had cause to prosecute the higher and the low. But there are people now, you don't even hear about them anymore because of the work we did.
So you invited children from a prominent family. And they thought you would put him on trial just the way Bobrisky. Bobrisky has become the standard. Yes. That is the thing. No, but when they didn't see that person on trial,
not only Bobrisky, there are other celebrities we also brought in. There are so many people. We have convicted over 100 people. It's just yes on this matter because of the few people that you know who are celebrities. There are so many people that you don't know about that we have convicted all across nationwide, and we keep doing it, and we will continue to do it. We will continue to do it.
There was one that challenged you that you should do your worst.
We have arrested him now. We are going to. It's in the matter. We have filed a charge against him. We have done our worst, and he has seen the worst.
He said you should do your worst.
Yes, the case that you made reference to. Eventually, we discovered that the young boy that was doing that was a juvenile. Now, you know the implication of that in law.
Okay.
They came. We invited them. Unlike what Nigerians are saying. They came here, they made statement. We find them. The law allows me to do for me to do that. We did.
To find them?
Yes.
Without taking them to court?
Yes. They are juveniles. We did. Now, it's quite worrisome also that Nigeria will think we don't apply. Now, there are two processes to the work we do. My law allows for me to do what I call compoundment of offense. If it's not really what you call the mega financial crime, it has to do with spraying of money, blah, 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 we bring you in. You have questions to answer. You answer your questions. We ask questions, you answer, and you are found culpable. We are taking you to court. Sir, please, sir, I didn't know. Genuinely.
Yes,
I didn't know, and all of that. But whether you know or not, it's not an excuse in law. We'll see how to apply the process of law. Now, my law allows for me, Section 14, subsection 2 of EFCC Act, allows for us to compound offenses under the condition that the person that was alleged to have committed the offense has owned up and he has shown enough remorse. And you are able, whatever is lost to the economy, you are able to recover it. Now, when somebody is spraying money, it's his money that is spraying. Even though it's economic sabotage. But when you cannot quantify monetary, loss. Now, what we now do is we find them. And they pay. And we monitor their lifestyle going forward. So if you repeat the offense, now we prosecute you. But in the cases that you have seen us prosecute, a lot of them, they say, well, they are not, they either deny doing it, or they say they are ready to go to court. So we take them to court. But the ones that have admitted their offense, their error, and they have agreed going forward, they have shown enough remorse, and they are saying going forward, they will not do it again. We don't just leave. Yeah, we don't just leave them to go.
No longer throws money.
I mean, that's the sanity we want to create within our financial ecosystem. So we don't just release them; they pay fine. It's part of the sanctions that the law allows for us to do. So that's about the issue of mutilation of currency.
And you still have Tompolo.
We have invited Tompolo. The whole Nigerians know that, and we said there is no one that is above the law. We are nobody should go and condemn Tompolo for the allegation. It's a mere allegation for now. So when it comes, we will look at it. We have subjected the video to forensic analysis because we have to do that. Because these days too, people can impose, But we have subjected it. We have invited him. Not until we conclude the case. We cannot say Tompolo is guilty or not. We must give every Nigerian fair hearing.
benefit of the doubt.
Benefit of the doubt.
Now, my last question, because I know this won't be my last interview with you. There'll still be occasions when we'll interview you. Martins Otse, who goes by the moniker or the nickname Very Dark Man. What really is the matter that the FCC has with this boy? Because for many Nigerians, they think the FCC is being used to silence opposition, to silence those who speak for the Nigerian people. What really, and he too has come out of interrogation saying all kinds of things. What really is the case that you have against him?
Thank you, sir. I don't know why Nigerians are making mountain out of a molehill. Between the time I assumed office and now, we have opened over 5,000 case files. Over 5,000 case files. The high, the mighty, the middle-cadre, the low, the poor, the rich. So I don't know why the issue of Vincent, the video, I don't know why it has become a national issue. And I give you a background to it. We received petition, about 4, on that young man, written against him. And for like 5 months, we have been carrying out our preliminary investigation without inviting him, knowing the kind of person he is. He's out there, he has followers and all of that. Even though, like I said, the law is no respecter of anybody. Now, if I can bring in West governors, ministers, people who are serving, people who are in private sector and public sector, I don't know what is special about anybody that we cannot bring in. So based on that, and when we are through with our preliminary investigation and we feel he had questions to answer, we brought him in to answer the questions. And when he got there, we had legitimate court order to detain him because there was no way we would be through with the interrogation, within a day. But there are so many legs to the investigation, so many legs. And we granted him bail. I directed that they should give him bail the following day. He was given bail. And eventually, we released him after some days here. Investigation still continues. I don't want to say much about that. And when we are through with our investigation, if he has a case to answer in court, he will be made to answer a case in court. And if he doesn't have a case to answer in court, so be it. But as I'm talking to you now, investigation is still ongoing. And there is nothing special about this case. Even though, like you said, he went out and he's talking, even though from both sides of the mouth, he wants to become a FCC friend. He, at the same time, abusing the FCC. So, you see, I don't want to get carried away by all those matters. He's a young Nigerian who is zealous. I don't have anything against him. But the fact remains, if there's an offense, there's an offense. If there are things for us to investigate, we need to investigate and come to a reasonable conclusion. So that's your last question, but I want to use this opportunity, sir, permit me, to address the issue of Yahoo boys that has become a major issue in Nigeria. There are people often accuse the FCC. There are people who are stealing mega money, and all of you are not seeing them. You are the only people that you can run after. You are ready. It's Yahoo. I want Nigerians to know that we are having crisis on our hands. It's actually a crisis situation. My brother, today, if you travel abroad with your green passport, stand in the queue among so many people, you will discover that by the time you present your green passport, the people will look at you with some reservation. That is if they don't take you aside to carry out special scrutiny on you. That is a national shame that some young Nigerians have caused for us. I go out to interact with my counterparts abroad, to interact with government agencies in the course of tracing money and recovering assets. And there are things that it will be difficult for you to defend. They see these things on social media. Now, having said that, yes, a lot of foreigners come to use the identity of Nigerians. I want to tell Nigerians, this Yahoo thing we are talking about is a crisis. Just 2 days ago, we arrested over 120 Nigerians, young men. People don't believe, these young men don't believe in hard work anymore. Sir, I'm from a state where education is our pride. I'm from a state where the major enterprise we have is education. If you go to the secondary school that I attended now, sir, by 12 noon, the students have left school. You see, in secondary school, you see them in hotels, in groups, trying to scam people. You see secondary school students driving vehicles. Is that, that those the people want to hand over Nigeria to? Is that the nation we want to build? Now, sir, let me tell you the most dangerous aspect of it. It's not just about Yahoo Yahoo. Nigerians should know this. These guys, some of them are into banditry. We have evidence. We have proofs to do that. Some of them are into kidnapping. Yes, because when they know they don't see people to scam on time, they kidnap. It is there. It is in the news. People know. This is the work we do. People know. Some of them now, they launder money for the politically exposed persons. So don't just see them as Yahoo boys anymore. The traditional way of stealing money is no longer applicable. When they steal government money in billions now, they give it to all these boys. They open cryptocurrency wallet, crypto wallet, and they put the money there. From there, the money goes abroad. You can buy a house, you can buy vehicles and buy anything with your Bitcoin. So most of these politically exposed persons now identify these boys. They put them in hotel and they open accounts for them. They share this money among them, they change it to dollar, and they move it abroad. So Nigerians should not just look at us looking, no, it's much more than that. As a matter of fact, there was a 22-year-old boy that we arrested. Within 18 months, we saw a turnover of over 5 billion naira in his account. A young boy who has never worked in his life, who has no legitimate means of livelihood.
22 years.
Over 5 billion naira within 18 months, a turnover. So we brought him in and we discovered that he laundered money for politically exposed people. The matter is under investigation. The guy is in detention in one of our facilities. So ordinarily you will see him with, maybe we have dreadlock, you say it's just a Yahoo boy, they should leave them, it's just Yibo that they are scamming, $10. No, sir. It's a major crisis. They use them to steal government money now, mostly. A lot of them commit, a lot of them do ritual killing. They use our Nigerians, would they say they don't know that? They use all these our young girls, they do ritual killing. If you get to one of my offices, I won't mention, if you get to my exhibit room now, you'll see a black pot that we have there with human hair. One of them that we arrested, under his bed, we brought out a black pot with human hair. Forensic evidence has proved that it was human hair. And these are the people Nigerians that say, leave them. As a matter of fact, what they are doing is not just Yahoo. They are also involved in mega cybercrime. So a young boy of 22 that we discovered that he had a turnover of over 5 billion. If you see that in the account of a director in ministry or a minister, are you not going to cry?